Right, thank you, boys and girls. Right, the question here says calculate the coordinates of the turning points of the graph of f, right? Yes, now what is it that you must do here? Like we indicated at the beginning to say, we need to take f at x. Now we find f prime of x, right? Now, what is f at x? F at x there, we agree with me that that is a minus x to the power of 3 plus x squared plus 8x minus 12. Now we find the derivative of f. Then the derivative of f will then be what? Minus 3x squared as well as what? Plus 2x plus what? Plus 8. Of course, the derivative of minus 12 there, the derivative of minus 12 is, it's 0. Right, the second step, boys and girls, is that you must let the derivative to be 0. You must let f prime of x to be what? Let f prime of x to be 0. Then immediately after this one, now we have 0 is equals to minus 3x squared plus 2x plus what? Plus 8. Then from here now we solve for x. Of course, first of all, I will decide to divide everything here by the negative. We will get 0 is equals to a positive 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. Then from here now we factorize this equation. The factors are 3x multiplied by x would give us 3x squared. And now the factors of 8 is 2 times 4 or 1 times 8, right? But I believe that if I take 3 multiplied by 2, the answer will be 6. Then 6 minus 4, then the answer there will be 2. This is minus, and this one will be positive on this side. 3x plus 4, x minus 2. Our factors of 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. Now, therefore, now we can now say what? We can now say x is equals to minus 4 over 3, or also x is equals to positive 2. Boys and girls, now we have the x coordinate of the turning point. X is equals to minus 4 over 3, or x is equals to 2. Right, of course, you know how to determine the x coordinate. You find the derivative, then you let the derivative to be 0. Thereafter, you solve for x, right? Now we have the x coordinate of the turning point, right? What is it that you're going to do now to determine the y coordinate? Of course, we take the x coordinate minus 4 over 3, then you substitute it where? In the original equation where you have minus, then x is a minus 4 over 3 to the exponent of 3, plus, then also we have minus 4 over 3 exponent squared, plus 8 multiplied by what? Minus 4 over 3, then minus 12. Right, now, what is it that you're going to have on this one? Of course, that is minus 4 over 3, then all to the power of 3, then plus minus 4 over 3, then squared, and then plus 8, then brackets there, minus 4 over 3, then minus 12. Then we have minus 500 divided by 27, which is, when you change it to the decimal, will be minus 18,5. Right, now we know that when x is minus 4 divided by 3 there, minus 4 over 3, then the y coordinate then will be what? Will be minus 500 over 27. Right, now we have the first one. Now the second one, you also do the same. You take 2, then you substitute it in the original equation. That will be minus, then 2 all to the power of 3, then plus 2 all squared plus 8 times 2 minus 12. Then the answer there is what? The answer there is 0. Of course, you can just work it out. It's 0. Why do I know that it's 0? Because this 2 is also the x-intercept. You remember here, the 2 is also the x-intercept. It means when you substitute 2 there, we are going to get what? We are going to get 0. Boys and girls, now we have the coordinates of the turning points. On this one here, we have what? We have a negative 1,3 as well as negative 18,5. And also the second one here, we have what? We have 2 as well as 0. Of course, you can look at this one now. Which one now? Because the graph of f now is decreasing. Why am I saying it's decreasing? The value of what? The value of a is less than 0. It means the graph decrease first. We are going to have the minimum turning points and increase after. Then immediately after that one, now we are going to have a maximum turning points. Right, boys and girls, from this one I can tell you now, this one will be the minimum turning points, this one will be the maximum turning points. Of course, let us see if this one is true. Now 11.3, now they are saying now we must sketch the graph of f. We showing clearly all the intercept with the axis and the turning points of of f. It's very, very important, right? Boys and girls, now I believe now we are left now with plus or minus few minutes. Of course, now can you just make a sketch of this graph of f? Then we can now see, compare yours as well as mine to see if you did it correctly. Right, thank you very much, boys and girls. Now let us try to sketch the graph of f. Now what information do we need to sketch the graph of f? Of course, we need the x and the y intercept. No, we need the x and the y intercept. Of course, the question here, we did not have the question that asks us to determine the y-intercept of a graph. It means looking at the graph, we know that when we determine the y-intercept, x must be 0, right? Then y here will be what? Y negative 12. There is a negative 12. That is, y is negative 12. What is x? Of course, x is minus 3. Here is minus 3. And then y is what? Also the other x here is a positive. X is positive 2. Now we have x as well as the y-intercept. Of course, now immediately after x and the y-intercept, now we must look for the turning points. You remember now the values of the coordinates of the turning points here. We have minus 1,3 as well as minus 18,5, right? Minus 1,3. Here is 1,3. Of course, with minus 18,5, that is 16, 18,5. 18,5 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. This is positive. Minus 1,3 is on this side. Sorry for that. And thereafter, now we have minus 18. Then it means now our graph then will be on this side. That is the turning point. Of course, most of the time I encourage learners to indicate, immediately now shows that this one here, you must indicate that this is a turning point. Of course, it must be concave up. Right, now immediately after this one, now we have the second turning point there. What is the second turning point? X is 0, y, x is 2, y is 0. Then this one as well, it is of course the turning point. You can see now this one now will be the maximum turning points. Thereafter now, boys and girls, you now just to join this. You don't have to use the ruler to join this one, boys and girls. Yes, you're not supposed to use the ruler. Then we have the graph of f. There we are. Then of course, you remember because 8 was less than 0, the function decrease first. We have the minimum turning points here, increase and decrease. Now immediately when it change from increase to decrease, then we have the maximum. Of course, they said that we must indicate the coordinates of the turning points. This minus 1,3 as well as minus 18,5. And this one here is 2 as well as 0. Y-intercept there we can see is a minus 12 as well as the x-intercept is minus 3 as well as 2. Right, boys and girls, this is very important, especially when we are determining the equation of this function here. Look at this one here. If you find that the x-intercept is also the turning point of the graph, you will see that that point it repeats itself, right? If the x-intercept is also the turning points of the graph, then the point also repeats itself. It means it was x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. I believe, boys and girls, your sketch or your graph is as smooth as mine. Please make sure that you don't use your ruler to draw the graph. Okay, right.